troops had hero's ability. Okay, so the hero ability that I'm talking about, let's say you place Kavan, right? It changes. First of all, Rifleman. Okay, so for his hero ability, this is called the Dominoes card. You will basically just spin the Dominoes card like this. But it's this fast. Okay, so he would pull it out from his hat, then spin it for 1 second, and then put it back in his hat. Next up, we got his heavies. So, see that headband? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, we'll pretend I'm heavy. What I'm gonna do is just that. It doesn't take much damage. It just takes like 31 damage. And then when you whip it, it's a long range, basically. It is called, well, whip. Next up we have is Zookas. Okay, nothing wrong, but she got headphones. So she basically plays it for like whatever music, or I don't know if the headphones aren't for music. If it aren't for music, then, well, no, it just the music would feel good because, well, you know, she attacks and it's kind of fast, so I'm just saying, like, could be used as a music. So basically how this works is that, okay, let's just call this music track. But how this works is that, well, when somebody, like, shoots, like, Rifleman of the sniper tower, if he snipes, Zooka shoots. And that makes it collides. So who win? Okay, she will back up, so this sniper tower will be gone. Now this goes with like others. Next up we got is warrior. Warrior. So warrior will just be throw his hammer in the air and it will. So it's normally like this big of the hammer light. It will turn like 3 hands, like the phone screen wide, but this. If you're in the game, but like not to the screen, it will just be like this. And the handle's not big. He's just gonna like hold it like the normal size, even though it is. And I call this, okay, this wouldn't hit him though, okay? And this is like 25 damage if someone gets hit. Not the troops though. No one would get hit if it was troops. And what it's called, it is called hammer laser light. Hammer laser light. Next up we got is the tank. Okay, so how this would work is basically not slow damage, but I mean not a lot damage, but it is like, okay, so this is called rapid longs, which doesn't take that much damage, but the attack goes really fast, like the opposite. The damage is good, but it doesn't go really fast. And if you're talking about the tank, well, we're not fixing that. It stays slow, but the attack is slow. How will we fix it? Okay, so it will be this size. Like, if you're in the game, it would be like this size. And when it meant if you're in the game, let's say you're using riflemen and tanks, or like meta and tanks, you would see, like if you were recording, then it will be like this. Next up we got is medics. Okay, so remember that video that I said about Medic's attack? Yeah, it's new hero's ability. And yeah, it's basically the same health for the hats. It will not, but all of them, if there were like a change, all of them, if there were work like a change, they only last for like, let's say 10 seconds. Next up we got is Grenadiers. Okay, so Grenadiers, instead of like a bad aim, like he's just throwing stuff all over, not even hitting a single thing. Okay, so this one's called Good Miss, where basically it just shows. This time at the end I'm gonna tell what it shows like to others. But like for Grenadiers, I mean like the ones that I haven't done yet. But I'm still doing them. I mean like I'm still gonna do it for the others. At the end of the video I'm gonna do what I haven't done. Okay, so Grenadiers is icon is just like the same size as like the troop. But like next part about it is there's a headquarters level 1 and he perfectly aim at it. And this would last, when I say medic, it would last for like 10 seconds. Next up we got is Scorchers. Okay, Scorchers has so much damage. Like 455 damage per second? That sounds like a steal to get that character. But like, that's just a second. I'm just surprised that it's just a second. It's just so strong, ain't he? Okay, so stop doing his compliments. Okay. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, so Grenadiers and like medics have a 10-second range. This isn't forever range. I mean, this is like a 3-minute change. If you like put him first, get it? Just for base though. Basically, what will happen is like if someone wrecked the whole Scorcher, Tinker goes out. Okay, so I showed what if she was in Boom Beach. So, yeah, it's that. Next up we got is Laser Ranger. Okay, so she's like, should have been a proto troop, but she's actually a new troop. She's not a proto troop, though. Like I said, she isn't a... Okay, why am I repeating this? But she isn't really a proto troop. She's here, but she's the newest one here. I don't understand why he's like off. Not off that way, but like down here. Or like at least the last one. You know. Alright, so Laser Ranger. So she will just, when she zaps, that gun will go to it. Basically, she runs and then grab that gun and then will like do it again. When I do this, that's the Laser Ranger gun. And then when I do this, that's just her hand. It just keeps repeating it. So, I call this the hand, the gun grab. It just makes sense. Alright, what it shows in a picture, it's just normal. She has her gun, but like her hand's not holding it. Next up we have is the Cryoneer. Okay, so the Cryoneer doesn't take that much damage, right? But she has a lot of health. Still, like Scorcher. But like, what is... Okay, so basically it's like Scorcher. she loses her cryoneer stuff. She loses that thing, okay? But she's still alive. Just like Scorcher. Like, this is like a 3-minute change if you put it out first. Yeah, you see what I mean. Yeah, it's a forever change for like one base. If you pick it. And it's called, and Scorcher 2. This one's called Loser Gun. And then Scorcher's is like Loser Scorcher. Because it's not called Scorcher anymore. Alright, so what would be her moveset instead? Okay, so she would just run to one of the defenses and like punch them. And I forgot. Scorcher and, well, you basically use them for like other times, right? Yeah, but you can't use it until it's like that thing is defeated. So when that thing is defeated, well, what is the hero ability now? Okay, so these cost gunboats. Like the same with Sergeant Brick. Okay, so what it will be used instead? Okay, so Scorcher would just be tank girls. Okay, so tank girls would just use Super Beam. So like the thing right here. I just showed my face. Okay, sorry though. Sorry for those people that I did. Alright, so what she would do is like tilt and then basically press that thing, and then she would like I made a video about it. It normally goes like Laser Ranger, but instead it goes like and when I'm doing this I meant like that high. Next up we got is Bombardier. Let me take off the mask. Alright, next up we got is Bombardier. Real bombshell. Okay, so that's what it's called for the hero's ability. Okay, so how would this work? Okay, so he grabs a bombshell. That's the tennis, okay? The tennis turns into a bombshell, and he basically throws it. Once he throws it, it will become back to a tennis. Next up, we got Mech. Okay, so Mech. This one is called. Someone's controlling her, right? So basically, if this is like a permanent change too, like Scorcher and Cryoneer. I mean, it's a 3-minute change if you put it out first. 3-minute change if you put it out first. So how would this work? Okay, so mech suits would get completely destroyed, and he turns into who's controlling that, and that guy or girl, she's using the attack. Like, if it's Tank Girl, it's basically the same thing as Tank Girl Super Beam. That's what it calls. But if it's like any else, like if it's not Tank Girl or Scorcher doesn't have Tank Girl at all, it's something different. But she still has that mask on her neck. Then it's okay. It's still the same thing. But with Mech, if she still has that thing, it would still be the same thing if it's done. Next up, we got Rifleman. Now, if you think that I'm doing this again over and over again, no, because I haven't showed you the pictures yet. Okay, so for Rifleman Hero's ability picture, basically a card like in this diagonal. They're still in the same shape. Otherwise, if you picked all of Rifleman, they just would get away from each other. Now, next up we got is Heavies. Okay, so Heavies, just like that. Alright, now done. I wasn't taking a picture of anything. I was just showing you the band, and it's just like that. Not like Rifleman. Now next up we got Zooka. That's just her headphones picture. Now next up we got Warriors. So it shows a picture of, let's say, his face and the hammer. He basically, like, not holding it. Next up we got his tank. Okay, so tank, and what I'm going about with the buttons, she has a secret button. I mean, like, she doesn't have a secret button in here. But, like, what I'm saying for, like, this, the picture will just be the beam. And I didn't mean the secret button. Next up, we got his medic. Didn't I show you one from, like, the medic attack video? Which I think it's called. Bone Beach Ideas. Now, Grenadiers, it's what I told you. Next up, we got is Scorchers. Okay, so remember that I said we got 2 of them. Okay, so the first one is... Okay, so the first one of Scorcher is basically inside. It looks... The Scorcher suit, or like not a Scorcher suit, a Scorcher, what we always look at, will just look like highlighted, and then Tank Girl inside. Alright, now for Super Beam. She just basically presses a button on one of the Boom Beach videos, idea videos, and basically it goes blasting. Now Scorcher again with being, Laser Ranger again being, okay, so Laser Ranger is this. So Laser Ranger is just, if you thought it was something, because I already told you that, what it would look like. And I already told you what the shape would be like. The shape, if would you pick it out? Alright, now it's Cryoneer. Same thing. That would be highlighted. Oh wait, I didn't do Cryoneer. When she loses her Cryoneer gun, what it would be replaced. Then she would run over and then punch building, and then like do it like Sergeant Bullet. No, Bullet. And then like it goes all over. But except of shocking them, it just basically just does not shock them. It just freezes them. That's what it is, though. The picture of its arm punching a building, and the building is froze. Now Bombardiers, bombshell. That's what the picture is. Now Mech, whatever. Okay, so Mech is highlighted like Scorcher, and whoever is inside it, basically that picture. And that guy inside it is the only one not highlighted.